3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, Mystery Reading number 970. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed. So if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to support it, you can do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So if you heard me moving around while I was saying all of that stuff, I was fixing my jacket because I realized while I was talking that my jacket, I was wearing it inside out, yeah. And I do believe that happened for a reason. This could actually be related to the movie Inside Out. I've had that come through a couple of times. And with my eye just bothering me, if you resonate with that movie, that's confirmation to trust yourself and how you feel connected to that. There could definitely be something significant here about your emotions or the range of emotions that you feel. I also felt that it could be about what's going on the inside. Your thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs coming out, inside out. And aligning your actions and your words with who you truly are on the inside. Not hiding who you are anymore. Was a little bit silly to be wearing my jacket inside out, but getting to interpreting the number 970, my eyes really keep bothering me. The number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. The number 7 is about wisdom and learning and expanding your awareness and your consciousness. And the number 0 is about change. I guess it can also be about transformation, I'm feeling. It's about beginnings and endings, or maybe even something coming full circle, which, really is just another way of saying the end of something. There could also be something significant here about death in the literal sense. Maybe you're trying to cope right now with the loss of someone. And in a more symbolic sense, maybe you lost someone as in you don't have a relationship anymore. I do feel there is a change here that has resulted in some sort of loss, and it's, of course, not comfortable. Change never is. Adjusting your mind and your feelings to a new reality, most of the time, isn't easy. I do believe that everything happens for a reason, though. And that, especially because of the number 7, this loss or this change is an opportunity for you to find deeper meaning, to ask why, and to connect more with your faith and your own intuition and your spirit guides. And, because I believe that at least light forces would like to help you have more peace and stability in your life, inside and out, I want to say. Spiritually, I do feel that you are supported. I believe we're all supported spiritually if we look for it, if we ask for help. adding up these numbers, well, actually, before I do that, I do think, like, going from 969 to 970, if you've been around, you know that a transition like that for me it signifies some sort of shift. So this is confirmation for somebody that you're moving away from, really focusing on your choices and showing that you're making good choices to take care of yourself. And moving into, or really moving into wisdom and awareness. It feels like there's less focus here on your actual decisions and more focus here on what you have learned from your decisions, or a significant decision. I did burp a little bit. If you've been around, you know that's a sign of release, so that's confirmation for somebody to find closure or peace with some sort of change that you're going through. And, it's okay to be patient with yourself and the process, because healing is not linear. You'll have ups and downs, but eventually the roller coaster will stop and things will feel normal again. It could be important for somebody to just be patient with, learning how to adjust to something new or someone new. Adding up these numbers now, 9 plus 7 is 16, and 16 plus 0, still 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So, strong confirmation there that you are focused more on learning, or at least this is a reading letting you know that you should be. There is definitely deeper mental, emotional, and spiritual meaning to what you are going through. This is an opportunity for you to look inward, to be introspective, and to connect more with your own intuition. And I actually learned recently that soul searching in Italian, I believe I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's pronounced introspezione, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's been a while, but usually whenever I am reminded of Italian words, or I hear them with my inner ear, as they say, that is my ancestors trying to connect with me, or to convey some sort of message for your ancestors. I believe that they speak in Italian to help me differentiate, who's who. So I do feel that your ancestors are encouraging you to spend more time reflecting and even soul searching. They definitely want you to have more answers, especially spiritually. They want you to be more aware and to expand your consciousness, I feel. Because it's not just about you and your own well-being, it's just as important, but it's also about future generations, creating a better future for kids today or kids in the future. You do make a difference, and you do have an impact. I always say that, because I really do believe it. Whether it's big or small, the impact that you have matters, because it contributes to a greater collective impact. So, obviously, I look at it as you either can have a positive impact or a negative impact. And when you look at things on a bigger scale, there are groups of people that have a positive impact and groups of people that have a negative impact. And so it's kind of like asking yourself, which group do you want to be a part of? What kind of impact do you want to have? I'm going to go ahead and start moving into the cards portion of this reading, and I'm going to start with drawing out one index card here from these index cards. I'm so happy that I have more time to talk during these readings, because 15 minutes just did not feel like, I guess it was really 13 minutes because I put an ad at the end that's like a couple minutes long, but it just wasn't enough either way. Oh, interesting. We have Portal. This is actually reminding me of something that I read on a website. It was the Prismavisions website. So they make cards and everything. If you're interested, I don't know, I guess it's just free promo. Go ahead and take a look there, but only if you feel called to. Portal here, though, is telling me that there's a doorway or some sort of threshold or an opportunity for you to walk into or embrace. I feel that your spirit guides, the universe, of course, wants you to be on the other side of this portal. They want you to walk through it. And I'm being reminded of that movie, Finding Nemo, whenever they, come up to this trench and they're trying to decide, do we swim through it or do we go over it? So, do you face the trench or do you avoid it? I feel this is symbolic of, do you face your fears or do you avoid them? In the most basic sense. Because what you're afraid of is going to be different for everybody watching this, but since they went through the trench, I believe, instead of swimming over it, I do think that is confirmation for you to face your fears or face a bigger fear that is holding you back from acceptance or going through some sort of portal or embracing some sort of shift, a mental, emotional, and spiritual shift. And I'm seeing the number 222 on the timer. Maybe you're seeing that number, but it can be about the number 2, your choices. I wanted to say in helping the world release what no longer works. I'm feeling connected to that number 9 right now. Your choices, that feeling of purpose and the choices that you make. There is purpose in them. What I was talking about. What group do you want to be a part of? What fight do you want to fight? The light or the dark? What kind of energy do you want to create more of in this world? And how do you want to impact those around you? It's really all about what kind of impact do you want to have on yourself? Because naturally, if you have a positive impact on yourself, you're going to have a positive impact on other people and just the outside world. If it's negative, same effect. So loving yourself, similar to what I said before, it's not just about giving yourself what you deserve, but it's also about taking part in a reality that other people deserve too. This portal energy is really interesting, and I want to say that if the spiritual stuff, if the mystery of it is really pulling you in, I say lean into it, because I do think that the universe and your spirit guides have something or many things that they really want to show you. Not just about yourself, but also about the world and other people. And even the meaning of life, I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a few cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. These will be the last cards that I draw out for you. First one is, let me take it, the 6 of Pentacles. I wanted to say the 6 of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely something here. I feel that your spirit guides want you to connect more with your inner child, your younger self. And, to bring yourself back to a place where you allow yourself to have fun, to play. Especially if you feel like you've been working all the time. You deserve to feel joy. You have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Was wanting to say the 7 of Pentacles there. Yeah, that 7 of Pentacles is all about patience and hard work. So really, maybe there's a truth here that you need to face about how hard you might be being on yourself and being honest with yourself about expecting too much from yourself. Last card here. Wow. 7 of Wands. That 777 is really there. So there's really some wisdom here that you could tap into if you haven't yet. I feel like tapping into it is about not only facing your fears, but choosing yourself when you need to, being honest with yourself, and standing up for yourself. There could definitely be a situation or many situations where, there needs to be more balance between give and take, and you should trust yourself to be able to figure that out. There could be something significant here about a gift. Maybe you want to give a gift or somebody wants to give you a gift. The number 6 is on the 6 of Pentacles here. It's making me think about whenever I said we're moving from 969 to 970. I was wanting to say 696. Maybe that reading is significant for you. Only take it if it resonates. But with 1 6 here and 2 7s, that just feels like confirmation that there's more focus here on what there is to learn, if it hasn't been clear already, than choices that you've already made. Maybe there is a choice here that is just as important as what you're learning. But regardless, I feel like the universe and your spirit guides just want you to ask yourself, what could I learn from this? What is my intuition telling me? What are my thoughts and emotions telling me? What is my soul and my intuition, if I didn't already say it, telling me? I personally feel that your intuition is guiding you to go through some sort of portal, to embrace some sort of change or shift, but there's definitely fear here that is holding you back, and I feel like that's where the learning is at. Understanding your fear, how to work with it, or how to overcome it. Sometimes overcoming your fears is not about getting rid of it, but having the courage to face it, which really aligns with what I was talking about, like, do we go over the trench or do we swim through it? And so, yeah, it's very clear here that it's important to your spirit guides that you face your fears, you say no when you need to, and to really stand up for yourself. Stand up for your own mind, your own heart, and your own soul. And do make decisions that align with who you truly are.